Listen. All right, let's not have let's not have any accidents, right? So given as this is like my third attempt at making an introduction, I can't think of one, so let's just get into the video. So I'm using the front camera for this one, so it's not going to be it's not gonna have the same quality as the back camera because apparently Apple doesn't care about the front camera. So as an aspiring makeup artist, I find myself having to look up for like different hacks, different things I can do that can replace certain products that I need to put on my face to get the look that I want, because it's expensive. Like, makeup is expensive, especially in Jamaica, or even to ship them, it's very expensive. And as a broke college girly, I just can't sometimes. I thank God for what I have now, because earlier on in my journey, I had to do so much. I had to DIY so many products to like replace the ones that I needed, right? But like it was weird. But I thank God for what I have now. I still wish I had more, which I know is going to come in the future, but you know, I hate this. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm stumbling so much, because if I was talking to the mirror, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care at all. Like, I'll just talk freely. I'm gonna share a number of tips that I use to bypass buying some of these products that are so expensive. Because imagine having to pay $6,000 for a concealer. Jamaican dollars, so let's not get 6,000 Jamaican dollars for a concealer. That's madness. I don't care if it's Tarte. I don't care. I have a couple of hacks here that I lined out, and I'm going to go through them. So if you're interested, just keep on watching. So the first thing is primer. Obviously, you have to like prep your face before putting on makeup, and I learned this the hard way, because my makeup would come out so patchy and so blunt, and I didn't understand why. Like, no matter if I used a brush, or it didn't matter if I used a brush or a blender, a beauty blender, it didn't matter what I used. It just came out the same way. And I realized that if you don't take care of your skin underneath the makeup, it's not gonna look good, period. So yeah, I had to learn to moisturize and cleanse. Like, obviously you should cleanse your face, but like, you need to moisturize, you need to prep your face before, you know, putting on makeup. But I understand that you probably just don't have that right now, and you're probably planning to buy it in the future sometime, but for right now you just don't have it. So hopefully you have sunscreen, which is the first product, the first alternative that I'm going to suggest here. Sunscreen acts as a barrier between your skin and the ultraviolet rays of the sun, or something like that. It's used as a barrier, you understand? Basically, just use sunscreen. Just use sunscreen, because all you need is basically just a barrier between your skin and the makeup. Now, is it sufficient? I cannot say for sure. I am not a pro, okay? I'm just saying what I used. So you can use the spray form, you can use or you can use like the regular cream, whichever one suits you best, but like spraying it for me is easier, so I just do that instead. Now this one might be a bit ghetto, but I don't care. If you're doing dramatic makeup, like if you're like gonna paint your skin and stuff like that, you do need to block your eyebrows, and you do have to eventually use this product regardless. So using Elmer's stick glue, yep. So basically, you wouldn't even need a brush. No, you do need to brush it before. So I'd recommend like brushing your eyebrows in the direction that you want it to like be, and then you just apply the glue over your eyebrows to your preference, to your liking. So the next thing that I'm gonna talk about is color correcting. Now, you do have color correcting concealer that they sell in the stores. You can use LA Girl or whatever other type of color corrector that you can find out there. However, if you don't have this type of color correcting concealer, what you can do, especially for like warmer tones, it's best to use red undertones. So for like under your eyes or like any dark spots that you have on your face, using red products can help with that. And what I used is like I would use red liquid lipstick, or I would use like a lip oil that's red, anything that's red basically, but like red lipstick is what I'm trying to say. You would dab those in the places where you have the dark spots that you want to cover. So you do that, and then later down you'd put concealer over it, but that's for later down in the video. Another thing, so as you can see, I have eyeliner on. I'm gonna show you how I did that. Now, I had liquid eyeliner, but I ran out. I'm still supposed to buy some more, but I haven't yet. What I do in the meantime is that I have neon pigments, but you don't need neon pigments for this. So what I use instead of liquid eyeliner is basically eyeshadow and micellar water. No, I actually don't have micellar water. I actually use the foaming cleanser, which doesn't actually foam for some reason, but it doesn't matter. It actually doesn't matter which one you use. It's as long as it's micellar water, it's fine. It's fine. So what I did is that I'd put like a small amount of like eyeshadow on like a metal plate, and then I would add a little bit of micellar water, not too much, right beside it, not on top of it, right beside it, and then you filter it in as much as you want to for the consistency that you want. Now, you don't want it too runny and you don't want it too thick, so you mix it to that perfect, little in between right there, and then you apply it. It doesn't have to be perfect on the inside, but on the outside, try to get it as straight as you possibly can. And the next thing, as previously mentioned, you need to spot conceal. Now, over those spots that I told you to put the red lipstick on, the red liquid lipstick or lip oil or whatever, over those spots, you're going to put concealer over those spots, right? So you're going to dab some concealer on there. You don't need to blend it out, just dab it there, especially if your concealer doesn't have like high coverage. You can spot conceal to help with those areas where you have the dark spots. So after you put on your foundation and your concealer, and you probably put some powder there or whatever, you need to some girls don't like blush, and if you don't like blush, then you can skip this step completely. But if you do like blush, you can use again your liquid lipstick to create the blush color that you want. So if you have like a pink liquid lipstick and a nice little red, you can mix those and put them together, and you can have yourself a nice little color. You can add some concealer to like make it so like, because if you mix the pink and the red and it's not giving you the color that you want because it's too dark, you can add some concealer, some light concealer, to like lighten it a little bit. On second thought, that was way too much blush, but yeah. So still do it, just don't use that much blush. Just don't use that much blush. Just a side note, use up your eyeshadow palette. If you don't have any liquid lipstick and you have a pink eyeshadow there, tap a little on. Just put some on the side of your face, you know what I'm saying? Not too much. You can even go over here if you want. If you want to. If you don't want to, that's fine. All you need to do is to find the perfect eyeshadow palette with all the colors that you need, with dark colors, like some nude colors in there, probably a little pink, a little shimmer even. That would be perfect. To just have all of those in one palette. It's hard to find like all of your favorite colors in one palette. It is difficult to find, but if you do, just buy it and then use it in a use it wherever you feel like using it. If you feel like using it on your lips to like add like whatever shimmer you want or whatever color you want, use it. Don't be afraid to use it. Invest in a nude palette, because when you invest in a nude palette, it's like the base of everything that you need. If you're going out and you don't want like a dramatic look, a nude palette is perfect. If you need a little contour and you don't have a contour palette, a nude palette is perfect. You just need to find like the darkest shade that you can, and if it's darker, if it's like for your skin, that's perfect. But invest in a nude palette, because you can use it in so many ways to make so many different like looks. The best palette to find is a palette that has some nude colors in there, some shimmer, and some matte colors, some matte pigment, I'm sorry. So it's best if the nude colors are matte, but you have some shimmer in there, if you get what I'm saying. What you would do next is to use your eyeshadow palette with that shimmer in there, preferably gold. It depends, it's not even preferably gold. Whatever shimmer that you prefer to have in your highlighted areas, in your areas that you want to highlight, that's the best one you should get. You can like add a little highlight on your nose, put some like right here, wherever you feel like putting it. So a couple other things that I wanted to add is that right to the baby powder. Now this might have to be the most ghetto alternative out of all of them, but use some baby powder. I remember like in 2019 when your girl was just starting out and she was watching a YouTube tutorial. I was watching a YouTube tutorial about how to do makeup, and I realized that half the products in that video I did not have. So I ended up going for the baby powder and I used way too much, which is why I'm going to warn you, do not use too much baby powder, okay? You don't need that much. Just use a little, just dab a little in there, you know what I'm saying? Don't put all of this because you're just gonna look white. And if you're not white, it's just not gonna be good for you. Simple. Finally, the sunscreen can also double as a setting spray. Who knew? You know what I'm saying? It can get a bit oily, so after you spray it, definitely tap it down with, or just like, not tap it down with your fingers, just like you know what I'm saying? Tap it down to just ensure that it just doesn't get too much, you know what I'm saying? And then you just add some lip liner and put some lip gloss on, and that's you. That's you. A simple, nice little look. This was a disaster to film. I barely have any space left on my phone, so I'm just gonna try and edit this and have it uploaded soon. So I don't know if this helped you at all. It was good information. I'm just not sure if I portrayed it correctly. But you know, the more experience I have with filming, the better it will be. So just stick by me. Stick by me, and eventually I'll get better. I promise. I promise you. This is a look. This is what you end up with. This is so hard. This is so hard. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next video. I don't know what the next video will be just yet, but hopefully I won't stumble over my words as much. So have yourself a great day, a great morning, great evening, and yeah. Yep, that's the end. Is it 4 a.m.? Wasn't it 10 p.m. like 5 minutes ago? I'll never do it again. I'm sorry.